Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. I'm coming on live to do the Friday YouTube video teaching. If this is your first time tuning into my channel and you don't yet know who I am, my name is Steph Ventura. I'm a psychic soul alignment coach, and I work with spiritual entrepreneurs to help them to do very deep levels of healing to align themselves with their souls so that they're able to have their highest level of influence, impact, and income. Every Friday, I do video teaching here on my YouTube channel, live sometime around 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And I also upload videos, or at least I do my best to upload videos here on my channel on Mondays and Wednesdays. And these are video teachings that come from my Facebook community. So I do have a Facebook community if you would love to join us there. It's a very loving, supportive, high engaged place. The links to that is in the description of this video, as well as all my other social media things in case you want to hang out with me in other places. So the message that I got asked to bring forward for today is the following topic that we're addressing right now, which is, how owning your divine worth helps you to make your impact or create your impact as a spiritual entrepreneur. So that is the message that I was asked to bring forward today. Now, I also spoke recently in my Facebook community on the impact of allowing yourself to receive your desires. That video will be uploaded maybe like in a month here on my channel. And when it's uploaded, you will be able to find it on the card somewhere. I don't know which place to point. And you will also be able to find it via the different videos on my channel. So be on the lookout for that. But essentially, if you want to make an impact as a spiritual entrepreneur, you want to touch all these lives, you want to help change the world, you want to help raise consciousness, you want to help create the new earth. If you want to do these things as a spiritual entrepreneur and be a beacon of light and hope for other people and for change, then you need to really feel worthy of being able to create that. You really need to feel worthy of those things, because if you don't feel worthy of those things, then you will sabotage your ability to bring that about, to manifest it, okay? So it's really important to feel worthy of the impact that we desire to make. And specifically, this video is about owning your divine worth. So your divine worth is that worthiness that comes from the spiritual version of yourself. It's from being so connected to who you truly are, your soul, your higher self, I don't know, God, whatever that is for you, but being connected to this version of yourself so strongly that you own the worthiness of that version of you. Okay, I do have a playlist on my channel called Connecting to Your Higher Self, and another one as well on, how to create an impact as a spiritual entrepreneur. So be sure to check those out. But it's really important to connect to your divine worth, because when you own this worthiness, this level of worthiness, that is where you really allow yourself to receive all the things that you desire, and you know that you're so supported in being able to bring those things about. And you really move through life with so much more ease and grace, expecting those things to happen. Okay? When you are still at the level of worthiness of your human self, you can still have some challenges sometimes. It's a little bit different. But when you do own this divine worth, that's when you have a greater sense of peace inside of yourself, and you really have a kind of calm level of expectancy, and you just feel like this is the most natural thing and your most logical next step, because this is who you are, this is what you were born to do. And so you allow yourself to receive it, and you allow for it to all unfold in the way in which it needs to for you to receive it. So it's important to come back to the truth of who you are, to have and own this level of divine worthiness. You already have it, but it's about really embodying that level of worthiness. And so when you embody that level of worthiness, you then allow yourself to create the success that you want, to make the impact that you want with so much more ease and grace. Now, what they wanted me to say is that the reason that it's important for you to own your divine worthiness to create your impact as a spiritual entrepreneur is because when you own that level of worthiness, that's when you allow yourself to be seen and heard. Okay. There's a lot of people out there who, for example, have YouTube channels, or they have Facebook groups, or they have an Instagram account, whatever it is. And they're on these different platforms trying to reach people with their messages. However, maybe they don't see as much engagement. Maybe they don't see their accounts, their following growing very much. And they, feel frustrated because they feel like this is what they're called to do, but yet none of these things kind of seem to be moving forward. And why is that? One of the reasons could be that you don't feel worthy, okay, of receiving those people on these different platforms to come and follow you, because maybe you don't feel worthy of being heard. Maybe you think that you have nothing of value to give to the world that is different from what other people have already said by now, and so maybe because you have that unworthiness of, I don't really think, I'm going to be any different, or people are going to really resonate with my message or whatever. And you have this unworthiness about you because you're not seeing the value of your own perspective, your experience, what you have to offer, then you're not going to allow for people to come in and find you. Does that make sense? You cannot attract people to your platforms if you feel like there's no point of them coming anyway. It doesn't make sense. It's not a match. Okay. So this is how a lot of spiritual entrepreneurs sabotage themselves from really being able to grow those platforms much more effortlessly, because they're not owning their divine worth. So because they're not owning it, they don't really allow themselves to be seen and heard by other people. And then these platforms struggle to grow, and they have challenges with that, or they struggle to get engagement, or anything related to these topics. Okay. So that's why it's really important for you to own your worth, your divine worth, to really see how amazing you are, how people could benefit so much from what you have to offer, how, your value, your perspective is unique, your messages are unique, and really just owning that, and really owning as well your role as a leader, you really being in this leadership role. Because what often happens with being on these platforms and stuff and just starting out is that a lot of times we compare ourselves to other people. We compare ourselves to other people who are further along and have, thousands upon thousands of followers, subscribers, and we think that we're just not as good as them. We're just not as good as them, or, we're going to not really stand out, and all these negative things, right? And that's only because we're not seeing our worthiness. When we really see our divine worthiness, we know we're amazing, we're unique, we do stand out. We are able to easily attract those people. Like, we really own that. And when we own that, then those things can come in. Then you can make your impact because you're allowing people in. But so long as you are not owning your divine worth, then you're going to continuously, unconsciously hold people from being able to really reach you. You're going to unconsciously have these energetic barriers up that don't allow for you to be seen and for your work to grow, okay, to expand. So that is the first thing. The next thing is that when you are not owning your divine worth, you don't allow yourself to receive these opportunities that could help you to expand your audience, to help you to reach more people. So this is because if someone presents you with an opportunity to speak to their audience of 10,000 people, and maybe you only have about, a couple hundred followers or something like that, and they have an audience of 10,000, then if you don't feel worthy of speaking to that audience of 10,000, you're going to not even allow yourself to receive opportunities like that. Okay? So if you want to reach more and more people, and there's all these other people that have these larger audiences that could give you that opportunity to speak to their audiences, but you don't feel worthy of speaking to these larger groups of people because you only have a couple hundred followers or whatever, and so you feel unworthy because these other people that could potentially give you these opportunities, they're higher up than you, and they're way up here and you're way down here. You're not really seeing your worth. So when you're not really seeing your divine worth, that's when you're not able to attract those potential opportunities that have the ability to skyrocket you forward in terms of your success, your growth, your impact, right? Because everything and anything is possible with this infinite universe. Like things can work out really magically, and can really just change your life very, very fast, because the universe has the ability to present to us one powerful synchronicity after the other to really make things take off. But if we are not connected to our divine worth, then we will sabotage our success and our ability to create our impact, because we are not seeing our value. And as a result, we will not allow ourselves to manifest opportunities like that will help us to grow even much more quickly. Does that make sense? So even so, even if someone were to offer you this kind of opportunity, and you accepted it, someone asked you, hey, I really like your work, I want you to speak to my audience of 10,000. Even if you accepted it, even if you manifested that opportunity, if you don't feel worthy of it, if you don't feel worthy of speaking to those people, because you don't see yourself as this powerful leader, because you see yourself as less than the person who's giving you this opportunity or whatever it is, what could often happen is you manifest getting sick the day that you're meant to talk. And so you're not able to do it. And then, maybe you can't reschedule or whatever because it was a time-specific event. Or you manifest just maybe feeling insecure after a while and just like declining the offer in the end, or backing out of the offer in the end, because you feel so insecure with what you have to deliver and offer. So this is why, it's really important for you to work through whatever things you have around your worthiness and to start owning your divine worth, so that you can take advantage of these opportunities when they do come, so that you can manifest those opportunities to allow you to more quickly grow your reach, your audience, and to create your impact. Okay. Next thing is that when you're not really owning your divine worth, you're not really seeing the tremendous value of what you have to offer, then you're going to hold yourself back from really being able to manifest the abundance that you desire. Okay. It's really important for you to see the tremendous value of what you have to offer, and you as an individual, and what you're bringing to people's lives via your work, to really own that and really command that level of authority and respect in terms of, what you charge and being able to receive that money. Okay. So this is a bit of a tricky process for a lot of spiritual entrepreneurs, quite often, because we have all of these crazy limiting beliefs around how we need to be charging pennies to help people, to get clients, to reach as many people as possible, whatever it is. And I'm not saying not to have low cost offers. Of course not. We all have to create our businesses in a way that feels in alignment with us. But if you want to receive a certain amount of income every month, you need to feel worthy of that level of income, so that you can effortlessly attract the people who will sign up for this offer or these offers and help you generate that level of income consistently. But if you don't feel worthy of it, then it's not going to show up. So for example, and this took me like a really long time. It's been a journey, but I've had to really see the tremendous value of the work that I do and how I radically change lives, to really not, bat an eye when I tell people what I charge for my private coaching or for other programs that I do that are more high end, because I know the tremendous value of what I offer. I know how life-changing it is. And in the past, when I wasn't really seeing the value of my work, of course, I was questioning like, ooh, will they want to pay that? Will they really get the transformation? A bunch of different things came up in my mind when I would put out these offers in the past. I questioned I questioned myself a lot, because I wasn't really owning my divine worth. And as I've gone on my journey and I've really owned that, I've really been able to see, like, of course, people want to pay me this much because I change their lives and I create magic in their lives. Why wouldn't they want to pay me when they're going to get a return that's like 3, 5, 10 times higher than what they're going to pay me, And I had to shift from having low self-worth and not really seeing the value of myself and my work and questioning and doubting and stuff, to really owning, who I am and the work that I do and the results that I give people, so that this just became like just second nature, I guess. It just became like natural, what was expected. And when it gets to that point for you, because you really owned your divine worth and you're just like, yeah, this is who I am, this is what I charge, this is what I make every month, and you really own that, that's when you're able to really allow yourself to receive this money that you desire and require to keep moving forward along your journey to create your impact, right? Because as spiritual entrepreneurs, especially for those of us that want to make big impacts, we can't do that alone. We need people that we need to hire and work with. We have several different projects and things that we want to do to create that impact. And so that requires money. You need money because we still live in this 3D world where money is how we, the form of currency that we use or energy exchange that we use to be able to live in this world. And so we need money to pay to have, virtual assistants and graphic designers, and to pay for venues where we want to set up our own speaking events live, and all of these different things that requires money. These things that we want to use or pay for to create our impact and keep growing and keep reaching more people, that requires money. You need to allow yourself to receive money to keep expanding, keep reaching more people, to create this impact. But you need to feel worthy of that money first. So you really need to start seeing the tremendous value of the work that you do, how you help people change their lives, how much this information that you're providing them with, these tools, this information is going to radically help them, and the value of you as a person, as you as a human being, your individual self, and really being able to see that, okay? Not just the work that you do, but you as a person. So when you can really own that, that's when you allow yourself to receive this money to continue to move forward and create your impact, okay? The next thing is that when you really own your divine worth, you're able to then allow yourself to expand in your abilities. So this is specific for those of you that are intuitives, psychics. You allow yourself to expand your abilities. And this is the first time that I think I mentioned this in any of my videos, so this is new, but I think it's important for who's ever watching. And the reason is that if you want to keep developing your psychic intuitive abilities, you want them to keep becoming more powerful, to strengthen them, to be of greater service to people, then you need to own your divine worth to continue to expand to greater levels. Because if you're not seeing the value right now of what you're currently able to do, of how you're currently helping people with what you've got, then you're not going to allow yourself to expand to those next levels of your abilities, because you're not even seeing the current value of where you're at right now. And so even if your abilities expanded even more and even more, you still wouldn't see the value of it. You still wouldn't see the transformation. You still wouldn't see that change necessarily, because you would still be putting yourself down and really just maybe continuing to think that they're not good enough, they're not strong enough, or whatever it is, right? So this I speak from experience, because when I first started out the spiritual journey and developing my own psychic abilities, I was putting a lot of pressure on myself to be like psychic, in the sense of I had to see things, I had to be clairvoyant, and I wasn't seeing that. And so I was kind of diminishing, I guess, my other abilities, the ones that were currently strong in me. And I wasn't really seeing their true value, because I was just so focused on my abilities needing to look a certain way in order for me to finally see the value of them. And since then, it's been a really interesting journey, but I learned to let that go. I learned to accept myself where I was at and with what I was able to do, and see the value of my gifts and how helpful they are to people, and to really own my worth in that sense. And as a result, my abilities have been progressively increasing, becoming stronger, and it just continues to expand. But you need to be okay with where you're at right now if you want these abilities to expand, okay? So that is, and this is how you help other people. This is how you are able to then create your impact as a spiritual entrepreneur, because naturally, with having stronger abilities as you move on up, you're going to serve to a higher degree, maybe in a different way, in a way that is maybe has more depth to it, I guess. Where you're at there's nothing wrong with where you're at right now. Okay. You're okay with where you're at, but as you expand, you're able to bring more to the session, the work that you're doing. Does that make sense? So your work continues to improve to greater degrees because you allowed yourself to feel worthy enough where you were at with your abilities, and they expanded. And now because they've expanded, you can do a little bit more and a little bit more as you move forward. And this little bit more that you're able to do then makes your work that much more powerful, right? And allows for you to create an even bigger impact, right? So it's really important for you to own your divine worth because of this, or to do this, okay? The next thing is that I want to say is that when you really own your divine worth, you're then able to allow yourself to more gracefully go into higher and higher levels, okay? Because life is constant expansion, and when you want to create an impact as a spiritual entrepreneur, there's going to be many different stages to your business, to your career, just like in any other business or career. You're just going to keep expanding and expanding and expanding. There's just no way to go back. You're just going to keep going bigger and doing more and reaching more people as you feel called to, as your soul, your higher self pulls you to anyway. And so in order to shift into those next levels, though, you have to feel worthy of it. You have to really own your worth. So, maybe your current goal is to consistently make 5K months, and you do that for a few months. And then you want to reach your next level. Maybe your next level is 10K months. Well, in order to reach that next level, you need to feel worthy of those 10K months. You need to really own your divine worth to be able to reach that consistently. And when you do that, then you can go to 10K. You will be able to manifest that, to create that in your reality. Synchronicities will happen. Opportunities will fall in your lap. Your audience will somehow radically grow, whatever it is. But it does happen when you bring yourself into alignment with it because you feel worthy, right? Among other things that you have to do, obviously. There's inner work that needs to be done there. Limiting beliefs you have to let go of, and, sabotaging behaviors and whatever else. But you really have to own your worth in regards to those things to manifest them. And so in order to continue to reach more and more levels, not just in terms of income, but in your impact, because maybe your impact is to write a book and to have it be a best-selling international book, you need to feel worthy of that. Maybe your part of your impact is being interviewed in different shows or on different platforms or by certain people that you've been dreaming of being interviewed by. It's on your vision board. Well, you need to feel worthy of that as well, right? So you need to feel worthy of all of these higher levels that you are stepping into to be able to bring them about, okay? So I know for me, right now, what my guides have been having me do is they've been having me to shift into more of a CEO kind of mindset, energy, way of being, to really get me in that space to be like, this is who I am and this is what I'm worthy of. And I'm in the process of creating that. And so, I'm making all of these necessary shifts in order to program myself with feeling worthy of this next level of being this version of myself and creating that in my life, right? So this is how you more effortlessly step into new levels, is through your divine worth. You have to really own that level of success that you want to create it, to bring it about, okay? You have to do the inner work necessary around that. So inner work might be releasing some past traumas, shifting your limiting beliefs and fears, making certain adjustments in your behavior, whatever it is, but you have to do the necessary inner work to feel worthy, to be like, this is who I am, this is the impact that I desire to make, I'm worthy of this impact, and I'm creating it. And you move forward in this way, and then things start falling into place, okay? And that is what I wanted to share with you guys today on this topic. So I really hope that this has helped you today. If it has, give this video a thumbs up, a like wherever you're watching from. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the bell notification button and change it to see all notifications so that you never miss out on any of the videos that I do here on this channel or that I upload to my channel. And I would really love to hear from you in the comments below what you got from this video. What were your takeaways? Did you have any insights, breakthroughs? Do you have any experiences you want to share with me? I would really love to hear from you, because this is how I know that these kinds of topics interest you guys, and what maybe I need to create more of. even though my guides kind of direct me to what I need to be doing, but it's always good to hear from you guys to see what you guys would like to know more of. And if you have not yet seen my video that I did on my YouTube channel on Monday night, I did a video on what is spiritual bypassing and how is the spiritual community letting the world down. So I really encourage you to go check that out on my channel in 24 hours when I'm able to. I will put the card up here somewhere for you to click on that. But you can go through my channel and look for that. And it's a very powerful message that I feel called to bring forward at this time as I'm learning more about spiritual bypassing myself and all the little nuances of spiritual bypassing that people don't recognize. So I really would love for you to go and watch that video and check it out, share your thoughts with me on that video. I am speaking on Instagram over these next few days on the Black Lives Matter movement and raising awareness around that, and really just bringing forward a call to action to spiritual people to maybe decide to be more active when it comes to participating in this movement. So I would really love to have you come and check me out on Instagram and read my messages, read my experiences. And I think I'm also going to be coming on to my channel to maybe do additional videos on spiritual bypassing to break down certain arguments, I guess, or reasons that I hear in the spiritual community for why they don't feel like they need to participate in the Black Lives Matter movement. And I'm just going to be maybe giving my perspective on that and sharing what I think or why I think those reasons are not valid. So yeah, be sure to check those out whenever I do them. I'll probably do them live because I don't have time to be recording on my phone and uploading and going through all the process. I'd rather just hit live, be here, do the video, bye. But yeah, thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate you. If you know of anyone who could benefit from this video or from my channel, be sure to share this video or my channel with them. It really helps to just empower so many other aspiring spiritual entrepreneurs or spiritual entrepreneurs to help them to receive the information, tools, insights that they need to create more success in their lives. And that's ultimately what I want to do. I want to create a platform here on YouTube where I really empower so many spiritual people who want to make a big impact, to give them the information, the support, the tools, the guidance necessary to help them to be able to do that much more quickly with so much more ease and grace, because it's been a massive learning curve for me, and I want to save people time and stress and struggle. So that is the purpose of this channel. And also, if you're following me on Facebook, Instagram, I will be launching my Remembering Who You Are program towards the end of the month, I think. I haven't spoken to my guides yet. I have to talk to them today. But my Remembering Who You Are program is it's been 8 weeks in the past. Maybe that'll change now. I don't know. But it's my program that's about 2 months long. And basically, it's a very deep healing program. It's really to help people bring up a lot of repressed emotions, trauma, things that they have inside of themselves that are keeping them disconnected from who they truly are, and really being able to peel back all of those layers, because that's what I do as a psychic soul alignment coach and a person who does shadow work in the work that I do. I'm a healer as well. So I help my clients through this program to really just release all of those many different layers, those experiences, those things that are keeping them stuck in life, that are keeping them unhappy, keeping them with anxiety, with depression sometimes, and really helping them to really get back to the root cause of what is causing all of this misalignment in their lives right now, and really just taking them back to the fact that this starts somewhere in their childhood and beginning to release all of those things one by one as they go through this process, so that more of their true self can emerge, and they're able to then have this greater level of peace inside of themselves, confidence, worthiness. They basically allow themselves to, maybe find clarity around their purpose. It helps with so many different things. And so this is the process that they undergo. And by the end of the program, they understand very clearly that they're creating their realities based on everything that they hold inside of themselves, and how to really read the physical reality that we live in to read between the lines and recognize, oh, okay, this thing here that's showing up, that's annoying the crap out of me, or that is causing problems in my life or whatever, this is what it's really telling me about myself. This is what I need to do inner work around. I'm going to do that. And when they do that, they shift their energy, and quite often the problem or the situation or whatever, it changes for the better, it disappears completely or whatever it is, and they're able to then really connect the dots to really recognize that they truly are powerful creators of their reality, and all that they needed to do to more intentionally and deliberately create their realities was just taking the time to go within and see what they hold within themselves that they need to shift, release, heal, whatever it is, in order to shift and create a different external result. So that's been the focus of the program in the past. I think it's going to change a little bit this time around, to be more focused on the collective of humanity, but it's still going to teach those concepts and stuff. So if that interests you, be sure to look out for that as I share more information on it. Reach out to me via my social media to ask me to see if you're interested, and we'll see if this is a good fit for you at this time. And yeah, that's basically it. So thank you so much for your time, everyone. I really appreciate you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.